So, hello everybody, hopefully everybody's having a nice day. Today we are going to be talking about a game that I'm glad I did not play because I don't think you guys would have cared too much about it, and that is Goodbye Volcano High. Now, before I talk about pros and cons in this game, how did I get into this game in the first place? Well, the reason I got into this game was because I was so bored. There was literally nothing to do, no YouTube videos to watch, no games to play. I was literally bored out of my mind, nothing to do. And this came out like 3 weeks ago, so I was like super bored like 3 weeks ago. There was nothing to do. And I was like, screw it. You know what? It's a make your choice type of game because I went on the YouTube, on the PlayStation channel, and I was like, okay, well, it has to be something here that's going to come out. And then I saw it, and it's like, okay, well, it's a make your choice. So, like Detroit or Heavy Rain, The Quarry, and what's the other one? Until Dawn. Like games like that. Those games are pretty good. And I was like, okay, well, as long as it has a decent story and decent characters, you know what? I'll gladly enjoy it. And it doesn't have any of that, sadly. The characters are kind of mid at best. The story kind of blows. And, like, the gameplay kind of sucks. So, there's really, there's barely any positives. There's actually one or two positive, but it depends on who you are. So, the first positive for me is the music. The music is actually pretty good. Every once in a while, I'll go back and listen to, Goodbye Volcano High OST. It's alright, it's not that bad. And the second one is this depends on who you are, by the way. This second one, this could be a pro or a con. It has some LGBT stuff in it. So, me, personally, I don't care. It could have it, it could not have it, I don't care. I just don't mind it. But yeah, the main character, which is Fang, she's non-binary, so if that bothers you, it is what it is. And she goes by they, them, and she wants her name changed and everything. And there's also like two trans characters, and there's like a lesbian character. So yeah, they don't really push it too much. So it's not like their whole personality, where their whole personality is like, oh, I'm trans, and that's my whole personality, that's my whole character. And no, they don't do that, which I'm glad, because I hate it when other games do that, where they just push their beliefs and then that's the whole character. It's like super annoying. Like, let's just say I'm gay, and then being gay is just your whole character, like, it blows. I hate it when they do that. So I'm glad they did not do that, but if LGBT stuff bothers you in games and you don't want it in your game, then this game is not the one for you. And like me personally, like I said, I don't care. And that's pretty much where the positives and the neutral stuff comes in. Alright, so let's talk about the negatives. First off, the story. Now, the whole thing with the story is that you basically are this character and you go to high school. Then this meteor comes out of nowhere that is going to kill every single quote-unquote dinosaur person in the earth. And then you basically have to hang out with all your friends and enjoy life before the asteroid hits. And then at the end of the game, the screen cuts to white, and it is heavily implied that they all die at the end. That's pretty much it. There's only one ending. And if there's one thing I don't like about these make your choice games, is that when they tell you that you have a choice, but in reality, you don't. You don't have a choice. It's just, the game plays itself for you. So, it's just not good. I don't like it because basically it just lies to you when there's like a make your choice, but in reality you don't. All you gotta do is either be friendly or be an asshole to the other characters, and that's the whole game. Then the game always ends up the same way. And by the way, I played through this game twice and I beat it twice. Like I said, there's only one ending. I looked it up just to see if there was anything more, and no, there's just one ending. And well, if the story sucks, at least are the characters good? No, they're not good either. Like, the main one, Fang, I mean, she's okay. I mean, she's kind of blandish, but I don't care too much about her, I mean, I like her design. I mean, she's okay, but I don't care too much about her character. I don't really care too much about anybody's character. And the same thing with, like, Nasser, which is, like, her brother. He's okay-ish. That's, like, the only one I really cared about besides the main character. And the rest, I did not care. None of them really entertained me. They were all kind of blandish, and I did not care about any of them. Like I said, the only one I really cared about was just like the main character and then the brother. And it wasn't even that much care. It was like, okay, well, at least you're tolerable type of care, And that's pretty much it. Like, the characters are just kind of, yeah. They're just very underdeveloped. And I think this is one of those games that honestly could have been way better if it was like a TV show instead of like an actual make your choice type of game. If this was like a series, then maybe you could develop them more and it could be better. But sadly, it's not. This is one of those games that honestly should have not even been in the game at all. This should have just been like a TV show, maybe on like Netflix or something. But yeah, like the characters are just not that good and the story's just not that good. Another thing that sucks is that the game is pretty buggy. Sometimes the characters just start talking and then the screen cuts to black and it just cuts to the next scene for whatever reason. Now, this was when I first bought the game, when it first came out. And then after that, I think like 4 patches have released. And hopefully some of this stuff has been fixed. But I'm talking about when I first played it, when the game first came out. And the screen sometimes cuts to black. Sometimes the characters is like talking and then the next character starts talking before the other character finishes and it just cuts them off and it just looks really bad or it sounds really bad. It just sounds very unnatural. So I don't like that either, and that's pretty much it for the bugs that at least I experienced. Now, let's talk about the worst part of the game. The gameplay, the rhythm gameplay. It's so bad, because all you gotta do, basically, is point the analog stick where the little balls are coming from. You just gotta point the analog stick on the direction they're coming from, and then just press the button on the screen that tells you like X, square, circle, triangle. That's it. It's super easy. It's like a rhythm game, like I said, and it's very easy. Literally, a 5-year-old could beat it. It is so easy. And that's pretty much it. Like, the story's just not that good. The characters are just not that good. There's been a few bugs, and the main gameplay of it is just kind of trash. And now there is one more con that I have to say about this game, and that is the price tag. It is extremely expensive. I got it for $25, and that was on discount. And the main game is $30. So $5 discount, I mean, it's not that much, I know, but it's better than nothing. And yeah, for 6 hours of gameplay, no, it's too much. Honestly, this game should have been one of those games where it was like $9.99, just because there's really not that much choice. That's the problem. Like, if there was like a bunch of choice, like me, for example, I got Detroit for $25 discounted, the same as this game, and I have way more choices in that game, than in this one. So if you guys really want to get a make your choice type of game, just do not go for this one. Just go for Detroit or Until Dawn or The Quarry or Heavy Rain or games like that. The Dark Picture games, go for games like that. Don't go for this. Like, this is just, if you guys care about this, just watch the whole story on like YouTube. Just, if somebody makes the choice that is not that interesting, that don't worry about it, because if they pick another choice, nothing would have changed anyway. So you guys can watch a whole playthrough and you guys basically watch the whole game. You could be an asshole, you could be friendly. The game always ends up the same anyways. So it don't matter. And that's pretty much it. Like, it's just not a good game. And honestly, just avoid it. It's just not that good. And yeah, just wanted to say this stuff because I played it twice and it was just not that good. So that's just pretty much my opinion. Like I said, I don't think you guys would have cared too much about this in the first place if you guys saw it on stream. I really don't think you guys would have been into this. But yeah, I'm glad I did not stream this. I'm just talking about it just because after playing it twice, I just wanted to say something about it. But that's it. Like, I completely understand if you guys don't care about this type of stuff, because honestly, it's like it depends on who you are, I guess, this type of game. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I pretty much said everything I wanted to say, so hopefully you guys have enjoyed, and I'll talk to you guys later with the next video or live stream. Bye bye.